like and subscribe, and you'll have amazing luck for the rest of the week. Not all snake species do us the honor of daily apparition. Sometimes it's better to go unnoticed than to be the scapegoat. Let's look at the 10 biggest snakes ever caught on camera. Reticulated python. The reticulated python lives in Southeast Asia. It's also recognized as the longest snake kept in captivity by the Guinness Book of World Records. This gem has smooth dorsal scales and a multicolored pattern and relies on disruptive coloration to shield itself from predators. This also offers them the perfect opportunity to snatch their prey. These snakes are often aggressive, so it's difficult to give their actual weight. However, they're believed to be around 29 feet long. These snakes are both active and passive foragers. They either go hunting their prey or wait for them to come. They have a keen sense of smell and an infrared sensitive organ on their lips. This organ functions like a pinhole camera to form a visual image of the potential prey or predator. Like all constrictors, they have sharp recurved teeth that help them maintain their grip on their prey. The snake lives beyond 20 years, and sexual maturity is attained between 2 to 4 years. Reticulated pythons are oviparous, laying up to 80 eggs and incubating them between 80 to 90 days. During this period, the mother fasts and produces muscle shivers to raise the temperature of her eggs during cooler periods. In captivity, they eat rats, rabbits, and chickens, but in the wild world, they consume large species like boar and deer. Burmese python. The Burmese python is one of the longest and largest snake species captured on camera. They're native to the jungles of Southeast Asia and weigh as much as a full-grown adult. These pythons grow up to 23 feet long and weigh around 350 pounds. They're one of the largest snakes of choice among reptile owners. Unfortunately, these constrictors are poorly cared for after being bought and later released back to the wild. When young, they spend more time on trees, but as they mature, they transition to the ground. They're also excellent swimmers that can stay submerged for 30 minutes before surfacing. Burmese pythons are carnivores that survive on birds and small mammals. They have poor eyesight and depend on chemical receptors in their tongue to detect their prey. They kill by coiling their massive bodies around the victim until it suffocates. Their stretchy ligaments allow them to swallow their food whole. Like most snake species, this python only assembles during mating, after which they disperse. Females stay around their eggs to keep them warm. Pet trade, habitat depletion, and the need for their flesh have driven these giants into oblivion. Indian rocky python. The Indian rocky python is a non-venomous species found in tropical and subtropical regions of Nepal, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Bhutan, and Myanmar. They grow up to 20 feet long, but most of them measure around 9.8 feet. The average weight of these pythons is between 70 and 120 pounds. However, there are reports of snakes weighing nearly 200 pounds or more. This animal is famous for its yellowish and whitish spotted pattern on its skin. Specimens found in the Western Ghats and the Som Hill Forest are darker, while those from Eastern Ghats and Deccan are lighter. Indian rock pythons are solitary creatures that would only gather during the mating season. However, they're good climbers, which explains why they're often seen on tree branches. They also love to stay in water and can be submerged for several minutes. This snake hunts at night using a combination of chemical receptors and heat sensors to identify target animals. It feeds on the prey by grabbing it with its sharp teeth as it wraps around it. It squeezes the animal until it dies before swallowing it whole. After a meal, this snake can go weeks or months before another one. King cobra. There's no way this list would have ended without mentioning king cobra. You may never find this snake unless you're in the jungle of southern or southeastern Asia, because that's where the 20-foot animal lives. The longest recorded king cobra measured 10 and 13 feet, while the biggest was 19.2 feet. This snake would shy away from humans, but might become aggressive when humans do too much. It first growls like a dog to warn its potential victim before eventually striking. Their venom is the most potent of all, and They generate poisons enough to take down 20 adults or a mature elephant. King cobras reside in rainforests and plains of southern China, Southeast Asia, and India. They feed on others like snakes, lizards, small mammals, and eggs. Humans are the greatest threat to this animal's survival. Deforestation has destroyed their homes, and many are captured for their skin, medicinal purposes, and food. People who want to own them as pets do anything to have them. They're willing to part with thousands of dollars to own the snake, which isn't good for the animal kingdom. African rock python. It's not shocking to see various python species topping the list of biggest snakes caught on camera. With a notorious reputation for attacking humans, the African rock python is known to reach up to 16 feet long. This giant snake is native to sub-Saharan Africa. It's so huge that it doesn't have to worry about predators. Instead, it feasts on prey from small antelope, goats, dogs, monkeys, waterfowl, warthogs, birds, and even crocodiles. African rock pythons are solitary creatures that interact with themselves only during the breeding season. They're terrestrial and good climbers who are often seen on tree branches. They also excel at swimming, as they can stay submerged in water for a long period of time. They're not comfortable with dry seasons, as they go dormant during the period. This creature is oviparous and lays between 20 and 100 eggs in an old animal burrow, cave, or termite mound. Females coil around their eggs to protect them from predators until they hatch. After they're hatched, the young move off independently, but the females might still safeguard them for a few weeks. Due to rats, mice, and other food sources, this animal is found near human settlements. Black mamba. Black mambas are one of the most famous snakes in the world. Even if you haven't seen a picture of them, you've heard a thing or two about these species and their escapades. Although their name suggests they might be black, they aren't. At maturity, they grow beyond 6 feet and can reach up to 9 feet long. There are reports that some can get as long as 14 feet. This animal is also notorious for sneaking into people's homes in the areas they're found. One famous encroachment was when a family was in the kitchen and they heard a disorderly outburst on the front door. They looked up only to see a black mamba making its way into the home. A snake catcher suggested that something outside may have scared the animal. One of the men that got to the door raised a chair to hit the animal, but when it noticed this, it raised its head in fear, curved left, and went down the passageway. It infiltrated the bedroom, but the owner was fast enough to shut the door so that it would be captured. The homeowner called the attention of the authorities to do the needful. Black mambas are deadly venomous snakes that live in rocky hills of eastern and southern Africa. They're one of the fastest snakes on the planet. Eastern brown snake. Australia is home to the longest, most immense, and terrifying snake species. And yes, the king brown snake is no exception. This highly venomous creature is native to Central Australia and possesses 180 milligrams of venom per bite. They measure between 8 to 11 feet long. This slender snake has a smallish head distinct from its body. Their head is sometimes slightly paler, and the rest of their body and hatchlings have a prominent dark patch on their head and across the nape. The scales on their body are smooth and slightly glossy, making them easily identifiable. The eastern brown snake is often confused with its cousin in the same distribution. However, it's distinguished by its more rounded rostral scale instead of the elongated and squared-off rostral its other cousins are known for. This species is abundant in rural areas and has been specially modified for agricultural purposes. They're known to share the same shelter during winter. It's unclear if this action is deliberate or if they find themselves doing it unconsciously. This snake is a bully on land and sleek on water. If you're lucky to see them on the ground, you're sure to take the most detailed photos because they're sluggish. I doubt you'll see all of that in water. Green anaconda. The green anaconda is one creature that causes goosebumps by looking at its picture. This amphibian is known to grow up to 30 feet long and is a boa species. They're found only in South America, and unlike what you may expect, they're not venomous. They make up for their lack of poison with their brute strength. While they may be calm as pets, one must be cautious when handling them as they're unsuitable for newbie handlers. One of the major reasons this animal has survived to this day is that it's hard to find them in the wild. When divers or sea explorers catch a glimpse of them in the wild, they do all they can to get images of them. When 4 explorers encountered this sea giant in the Amazon, they were excited and scared. They summoned the courage to swim closer to take pictures of the fantastic creature. As they got closer, the predator raised its head and captured the 20-foot snake. The snake species has an olive geese background overlaid with black blotches. Their eyes are high up on their heads, allowing them to see above the water while they swim. Some explorers have never come this close to a green anaconda, but for others, it's a usual appearance. Eastern indigo snake. The eastern indigo snake is the longest in North America. It has a striking matte black pattern on its skin and grows to about 9 feet long for males and 6.6 feet for females. This unique black color has led many scientists to nickname it the black snake, the blue gopher snake, or the blue bull snake. Although it's almost entirely black, it has a cream or color coloring on its cheeks, throat, and chin. While this snake lives in southern Mississippi, southern Georgia, and Florida, it was once abundant in Alabama. During the warm summer months, these snakes live and hunt near wetland areas. In the winter, they become more active as they move to drier regions. Their gopher tortoise is used for burrowing to stay warm. Although these slithery creatures are massive in size, they're not dangerous to humans.
Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. You just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 25 years of amazing luck. Try it. It really works.
Yellow anaconda. With lengths of up to 11 feet, the yellow anaconda is one of the longest snakes in the world. Despite being nearly half the size of an adult green anaconda, it's relative. It deserves special mention here. It weighs between 55 to 80 pounds and slithers through shallow waters of wetland areas, reptiles, fish eggs, amphibians, and sometimes each other. The snake species prefers aquatic habitats like swamps, marshlands, and slow-moving streams and rivers. They're also found in forests searching for larger prey. Yellow anacondas shelter in caves during droughts and would remain in holes that retain water. During the rainy season, they come out of their shelter to hunt in treeless and flooded areas. They belong to the Boidae family, which boasts the world's largest snakes. Like their cousins, the green anaconda females are heavier than males. Their yellowish-green base, golden tan, or yellow color, gives it its name and helps it camouflage in the murky waters of forest vegetation. When this animal reaches adulthood, it's got only a few natural predators, but when it's young, they're vulnerable. Studies show that this animal has a lifespan of 15 to 20 years. Until next time, adios.